Ladies and gentlemen, all aboard the short bus to hell. Please remember when boarding to keep your hands and feet inside the ride at all times. We are not responsible for missing items, brain lesions, cardiac arrest, the abandonment by a loved one, exploding kittens, or world domination by little green men. We will take credit for a good time and the occasional moistness you might feel at varying locations of your person. This ride may not be for everyone, and if that's you, please find the nearest window to throw yourself from the vessel. Buckle up and enjoy.
Well, I'm glad you don't care what I call it, because
Oh God.
today I'm joined by this beautiful bald bitch with a triple B you want to know about.
I've been hearing that a lot lately.
Beautiful bald bitch?
Your wife called me that the other day. Not the beautiful one, but she called me the bald bitch.
Bald bitch, bald bastard.
Yeah, bald bastard. But somebody else at work called me that recently, and I don't know why.
I would love it if it was like HR called you that.
That would actually be really funny because that girl's pretty cool. But yeah, no, I love that. I was over here like looking at the episode notes. I'm like, what the fuck is BBB? Now it makes sense.
And the reason I call you a beautiful bald bitch is because you recently had a birthday.
Yeah.
And I was mad because I wanted to do this recording before your birthday, but you, Mr. Weekend Plans, had 500 million people to see and things to do, so
Yeah, but
we couldn't get together before your birthday.
we're getting together on this weekend.
And then,
The whole weekend.
We are indeed. We're going to con. It's going to be fun. But the reason I wanted to get together before your birthday was because I had this whole thing planned for a whole intro, and now it's not your birthday, but we're going to still pretend like it is your birthday. So, happy birthday, you beautiful bald bitch.
How did I not see any of this in anything that you were carrying around today?
I'm like a fairy today. Like the beautiful bastard bald bitch fairy.
That was very, very flamboyant.
Well, speaking of flamboyant, I've got a thing for you to wear today, too, since we're
No!
celebrating your birthday.
I swear to God, I'm not doing it. What is it?
It's backwards. You gotta wear the crown the right way. There you go. Tagging back.
Fuck me.
Your little princess tiara for your birthday.
God damn it.
I took Trace to Walmart because we were getting... Oh, there's glitter. There's fucking glitter on my fucking iPad now. I took Trace...
That's hysterical. I can't believe I didn't catch this coming.
Yeah, I had a bag along with the asparagus and apples bag, and I was like, I'm going to take this downstairs. And then you sat in my seat because you were like, I want to try out sitting in different spots. And I was like, okay, let me go grab this bag real discreetly then. I almost feel bad for confettiing your house, but not really, so...
Oh, fuck no, dude. It's easy to clean up. That's fucking hysterical. Thank you.
Anyway, so I took Trace to Walmart because we had to get a couple things. It wasn't today. It was, I don't know, Thursday, Wednesday last week, something like that. And I was like, I want to do this opening for the episode because his birthday is going to be a few days after the episode. In fact, I think because I was going to try to get it... I don't know, what day did we try to record? It was...
I thought it was Thursday.
Thursday, and then your birthday was Saturday. And so I was like, if I can get this edited and uploaded despite all the overtime, it will be on your birthday. So I was trying to align it, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to go have family dinner. I can't fucking be there. And then we had this plan arrangement before I just said, we got a lot going on at home. I'm going to try to get things picked up around the house or whatever. And so I was like, let's just record Wednesday or whatever next week. And it was a good thing, too, because you didn't get done with your family dinner until like 8 o'clock at night.
I think it was even past 9.
It might have been. And I was supposed to be here at like 6.
Yeah, and I don't usually ever stay at my parents' that long for dinner, but they wanted to just talk about everything and anything, so I did.
And there was a whole fanfare, but we won't go into that.
Oh, God, yeah, that whole family fucking drama, which, if you have siblings, you know all about.
I don't know. Yours are special, though.
Yeah, but, that's for another episode. That's for another episode when I know that they're not going to ever see that.
I was going to say a Patreon episode where they won't know.
Yeah, we could do that.
We'll do it.
Because those are some really, really juicy I don't like that word. Drama-filled episodes, stories. They could be even episodes. But I remember when I first told Kristen, Tony's wife, about these stories, she literally wanted to turn it into like a whole night. So we could do that.
And we could drink for it too.
Oh yeah,
the stories would really flow for that one.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's so many. I'd have to actually write them down to make sure that I don't forget any.
I know, because I'm going to be sitting here going, remember that time you told me?
Yeah, and then I'll be like, okay, yeah, let's revisit that. But the timelines probably will not match up.
Oh, absolutely not.
Because we'll be bouncing around because there's just so many fucking stories. But, like, Saturday in itself was just, like... I'm glad I wasn't there, because if I saw it, I would have been flipping out. But I got there when my parents told me about it. And
I thought you were present for it.
No, I wasn't. I was late to dinner, too, because of... I don't remember why I was late, but I was late. Oh, I had a 1-year-old birthday party to go to because I now share another birthday with somebody else, and that 1-year-old decided to have their birthday. They decided to have their birthday on Sunday, so it just ended up being like this whole thing. And like I haven't seen that whole family in forever, so they just wanted to talk about everything, and yeah, it was fine. But I'm glad that actually like made me be late, because if I would have saw what my siblings had done.
So many stories to come on a Patreon episode.
God. The drama, it's honestly never ending.
Well, in the meantime, we've got an interesting episode planned out.
And disclaimer, if I keep itching my arm, it's because I got this new tattoo and it itches like a mofo, so I'm not actually a crackhead or a meth head, I'm just really itchy because it's healing.
No, the indication that you're craving will be the... Gotta get that vein going.
But if you guys notice in the video, trust me, I'm just as annoyed by it as you guys are. But
you don't know that. They might find you the most irritating aspect of this entire thing.
Which is fine, because I'm also annoyed by that as well.
I get annoyed by you.
It's fine.
You're like, well, fucking whatever. My whole family.
What would I have done to annoy you?
It's when you try to goat me on, when you're trying to get a rise out of me. I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but when you nitpick something that you know irritates me just to make fun of it, and you just go and go and go, and then you start getting a reaction out of me, where I'm like, fuck off.
It's hysterical because I don't even realize this is happening.
I try to maintain enough of a calm that I don't let off.
You don't have to do any of that. You can always just go off.
Just like this motherfucker is pushing buttons because he thinks it's funny. And that's what you are. You're a fucking pot stirrer.
I know. I will light a match at any point that I can.
And we're in like group chats, and like my wife, I love her so much, but she likes to not cause drama, but she likes to speak her mind at the expense of drama that she knows will come up. She is ready to burn every bridge until we're isolated on an island. And you are too happy to fucking encourage her to do that. Or if she and I are in an argument, not like an argument, because I don't think you'd actually butt in if we were in an argument in the group chat, but if we're having a heated debate about something or just going at each other, you like to be like, yeah, fucking right, Tony.
I'll find out the one who's the side that's right, and in all caps, I'll be like, yeah, Kate, yeah, Kristen, yeah, Tony.
Just a fucking instigator.
I'm just like a spectator in the background. I just love it. My ultimate dream is to be one of those people who, like, I don't know if you guys, any of the listeners remember this. You may not remember this because I'm surprised you didn't know who Jenna Marbles was. But do you know World Star?
No, I don't.
Oh, God. So, for anybody who's listening to this, I'm hoping that somebody does. But one of my like bucket list items when I was younger was I always wanted to see a fight out in the streets and pull out my phone and just go, World Star! Because I'm an instigator. And that's what people would do on this website. They would pull out their phone, record videos, and yell World Star. It would get on the website, get on Instagram, and then they would just get a little Insta fame from it. It was fun.
And you're trying to get Insta fame?
No, but I just want to... It's a bucket list. I'd just be yelling World Star when I see a fight and record it, and then it gets seen by the internet.
I'm surprised with the people that you had a couple weekends ago that there wasn't fights out in the bars or whatever you guys went to.
No, I was really surprised by that too. I was surprised there wasn't one last weekend, and I was surprised that the most recent fights that I've seen were when I was with my Louisville lesbians.
Your Louisville.
My Louisville lesbians.
A little alliteration there.
My Louisville lesbians, whenever we go somewhere, we always see something happen. And it's not even like they're involved. It's just like we were leaving the bar last time I saw them. We were leaving this bar, and I don't think it was even like late. I think it was like maybe 7. And we're walking out, we passed these two dudes who were friends. They were talking to each other. They were chummy. And then as soon as they got past us, past this like tree that was right there, right in front of like where I was standing, Jess is about to get back in the car. Her girlfriend, fiance is already in the car, and I'm getting in. And then we just hear them going at it. They're on the ground, beating each other up.
Over what, do you know?
My friend, or Jess, thinks it's because one of them was cheating on, like, one of the guy's girlfriends was cheating on him with the other guy.
You could have said sleeping with the other guy's girlfriend. It would have been a little bit easier.
I know, I struggled to really put that out there. I really am struggling with my words
The
today.
tiara is constraining your blood flow in your head.
So...
It's very pretty, though. Suffer for beauty.
Beauty is pain. So, there was like an affair or something happening. We don't know for sure. But what's hysterical is they literally were wailing on each other, and then they just got up and went back in the bar.
See,
and I always hear that people are like, "Oh yeah, guys can just fight it out and then be done." I'm like, no, if I'm getting into a fight with someone, I'm not going back in the bar with
especially if you think your friend fucked your girlfriend,
right?
Like, there's no coming back from that.
No, there's literally nothing coming back from that.
You don't brush off the blood and go, "Oh, let's go have a drink again."
No, so that only ever happens when I'm with them, which sucks because I want to see more fights.
So you gotta go to Louisville more often.
Well, I do go pretty often.
How far is it?
6 hours.
I was gonna say it feels like a long drive, but like I'm really bad with geography.
It's a terrible drive. I wish that I could fly, but flights there are like over $1,000.
That's not
from here.
That's
I'm not doing that. I'm not dropping that.
Drive the 6 hours.
Right. I wouldn't even drop $300 on a flight down there when I can spend $60 on gas.
Right.
So.
I also. When you told me that over the St. Patrick's Day weekend, when you had the couple people here that were tasing each other or whatever,
oh yeah,
I could not be I could not be not friends with people like that, but like I couldn't be part of that because I think being tased would trigger my anger really quickly, and so like every time I can't even watch or enjoy Jackass because watching them do the things that they do to each other just for fun, I'm just like that would piss me off so bad.
No, I don't think I could do any of that, and I don't think that I'd have even the pain tolerance to do it, but like just like willingly like beating on each other,
right?
But they were having a blast doing it.
Right.
Nobody was mad, and I'm sitting here. I'm like, you tase me and you're done.
yeah. If I get tased, I'm getting back up and fucking swinging fists.
But then again, I was also whipping pineapple at people, and I left a welt on somebody apparently.
Pineapple?
Yeah. I don't even know why. I was eating it, and I just started throwing it at people. Woke up the next morning, and there was pineapple literally everywhere. Up until even like fucking last week, I was finding it under the TV stand.
When you're inebriated, things that are really off the wall that you would never do sober become the greatest idea in the world. I remember when I smoked one time, I think you were there, I think maybe, or we were playing.
This better not be the pizza.
No, pizza. No, sober for burning the shit out of that. No, it was Kristen took something from me and wouldn't give it back to me. And I had a bag of chips and I just started throwing them at her. And at the time, it seemed like proper punishment that she wouldn't give me what I wanted back. So I was just winging chips at her the entire time. And a small sober thought started occurring, even though it was blitzed out of my mind. I was like, why the fuck am I throwing food and littering a mess that I'm going to have to clean up later?
In your own home.
Yeah, but then I just kept doing it until I got what I wanted.
But wasn't she doing that to you the other day, too?
Fucking probably. She
was throwing shit at you all the time.
Constantly, yeah.
It just seems like that's just what your house does.
It's fucking chaos.
That's just what it does.
And then
I love that house though.
And then Millie, oh my god, I'm failing as a parent somewhere along the way. Maybe I'm not home enough. That might be it. I work too much overtime, so I'm not home. She told me, I don't know if I told you this or not.
Oh, no.
I feel like I might have because I tell you basically everything that happens in my house. But she told me maybe a week ago because I say piss, I'll piss, like, oh damn it or whatever. That's actually Russ's, one of his quote. What am I trying to think of?
Phrases, taglines?
Yeah, whatever. Along those lines. He says, catchphrase. He says piss as a damn it replacement. And I picked it up from hanging out with him, so now I occasionally say piss. And Millie started saying it one day.
What did she say it for?
She uses it contextually correct. She'll
fucking
she'll just like drop something and go piss. And so it's funny. But what wasn't funny was one day she said, I'm going to piss in your ass. I'm like, oh! What the fuck does that mean? What do you think that means? She told me she was gonna piss in my ass. Chris said,
So is that like her version of I'm going to beat your ass?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if she correlates pissing with piss. I think she just thinks it's a word. She's like, I'm gonna piss in your ass. I'm just like, where the fuck did you learn that? Because that's not something you learn on most websites.
Was Kristen around?
Yeah, she really had to have the internal struggle between trying to not laugh at it and having a serious correction moment. And she eventually won out on the correction and said, "No, we don't say that. It's not a polite thing to say." And like we allow the kids to cuss at home because it's whatever. But piss in your ass is a very specific threat. I think it was meant to be. And I don't know what she meant, but it was very off-putting coming from, at the time, 4-year-old who just turned 5. So,
Oh my god.
I don't know what's happening in my house anymore.
No, it's just you just let it happen.
I also get like updates by text because I work so much, and then Kristen will text me and she'll be like, "Trace isn't playing video games today." I'm just like, "What happened?"
I know. I was like, I got that on the group chat, and I was like, oh god, what did he do?
So I kind of get updates from the house, and then apparently Amelia was mad. Her birthday was the 9th yesterday. I worked a double, so I missed the entire day. It was a big struggle. It was like, we need the money, but like it's her birthday. And it was like, she's still young. She's not going to really care. Evidently, she did care because Kristen, we got her a bike for her birthday. And I'm trying to make this a whole parent podcast. So we'll move on soon. But we got her a bike. She got her grandmother made her cake. They got, I think, McDonald's for dinner takeout. It was just like everything Millie wanted that day she got. And then she's real big on this now, where she falls asleep on the couch. I'll pick her up, carry her to her room, put her in bed. And now she wants that on a nightly basis. She wants like a princess treatment. She'll lay up on the couch and pretend to be asleep and wants me to pick her up and carry her to bed. And Kristen asked if I could call like around 9 o'clock when she's putting the kids to bed. And I was like, yeah, give me a minute to finish up what I'm doing and I'll give you a video call. She's like, the kids want to say goodnight. And so I talked to her and she's like, Millie's mad at you. And I said, why? Because I missed her birthday for work. And she said, no, she didn't care that you were gone all day. She's mad you're not here to princess carry her to bed. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
She's got her priorities together, though.
I guess.
She's got them together.
Fucking her threats could use some work unless that's what she really means. But
And that's a really aggressive threat.
It really is. There's a lot of steps that go into pissing into someone's ass.
I just don't even want to continue that conversation with a 5-year-old and doing that.
I don't know. I don't know if a funnel is involved, or not just because she's a girl, so she doesn't have the necessary tools to get into someone's ass, but like in general, a funnel would make it easier.
Right.
And that just it brings up so many psychological concerns on my end. I'm just like,
hopefully that just works itself out.
It's just like female Stewie. It makes me a little concerned. Family
you're saying she's like female? She really is.
Yeah, she's very diabolical.
She really is.
I thought having a daughter was gonna be like this angelic, sweet princess
Fuck no.
girl. She's not.
You know your wife.
She's fucking feral.
You know your wife.
That's where all of it came from too.
Allie is literally you, and she is literally your wife.
Goddamn. So, speaking of the chaos in my house, I have a video that you've already heard about.
I heard about it, and I purposely did not watch the video because of this.
So we recently had an issue where I came home. I think it was from a double because it seems to be what I'm working. I'm working 4 days this week because we're having a 4-day weekend where we're just going to go to con. We're going to drink. We're going to watch things. We're going to play. It's going to be fantastic and well earned on everybody's behalf. So anyways, I came home and I had to go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, go to the bathroom, all the night routine before we went to bed. And I go to open the door, the bathroom door upstairs, and it's locked. And I'm like, nobody's up here.
And you weren't in there already?
No. It was.
Okay.
I just got up to the bedroom and I tried to open it, and it's like it's locked. And I thought maybe because I smoked, so I could go to bed really easily. Because when I get home from a double, my mind needs like an hour to unwind and kind of relax, and then I can start getting situated for sleep. And that takes too long when I gotta get up. Like at that point, it's like 7.5 hours later. Right. So I often don't sleep very well. I think last night I got 4 hours, so that's why I took two 20-ounce monsters and a coffee to get me here. So the door was locked, and I thought because I was high, I was like, maybe I'm just not putting the right pressure, turning it or whatever. So I told Kristen, I said, I think the bathroom door is locked. Do you know why? And she said it shouldn't be. And I said, well, I'm pretty sure I'm not fucking stupid. So
Right.
could you come over and try to open the door and see? And she came over and she's like, it's locked. I don't know what to do. I said, I don't know what to do either. I said, I do know I'm going to go to bed because I'm not dealing with it tonight.
Did you?
Yeah. We just went to bed. I hated that I couldn't brush my teeth, but we didn't have another toothbrush in the house. Our toothbrushes are there, and
Right.
the kids are downstairs. We don't have spares. So I just couldn't brush my teeth for the night. I was like, oh, this is going to feel gross, but it is what it
Yeah,
is.
kind of fuzzy.
Yeah. Well, my mouth was already fuzzy from being high, so.
Oh, there you go.
So I was like, let's just go to bed. I'll deal with it tomorrow. 'Cause I think it was Friday because I had Saturday morning to work on it. So she messages me Saturday morning and she goes, it's still locked. I didn't have time to deal with it. Can you fix it? So I did my best. And I think I explained in the video. It's been a little bit since I made it. So I don't remember entirely. But we will watch the video and you can see my handiwork.
So, had an adventure over the last 12 hours or so. We went to bed last night, found out that the bathroom door in our room was locked from the inside with nobody in there. So, perplexed, we decided we had to figure out something to do about it, but we were both high, so we just went to bed. Called it a night. This morning, my wife charged me to take care of it, and I would like to point out that I have the handyman skills of a let's say a handicapped hire at Home Depot. So like I could get the job done and it looks done mostly. It opens and closes. I'll piss. Okay.
Yes,
See,
I
it
said I'll
opens
piss.
perfectly fine. Alright, and then looks good, yeah. Doorknob back on. I had to take it off with a screwdriver. Very handy, very special needs. And then it's not quite on all the way. And the locking mechanism does not work at all now, which is good because now we can't get locked out of it again. So aside from this wibbly wobbly doorknob, and I know what you're saying, there are screws. Yeah, I'm aware. I found them. That's how I got them off of there. However, I'm pretty sure I stripped them in the process. So here we are. Bathroom door opens and closes. Oh, 2-0 now. That does not latch at all. Oh, there we go, perfect. And it opens if you fight with it a little bit, but you know, if there's no fighting, then it's not real, much like marriage. So, there you go. Your special needs handyman got the job sort of done.
And you're going to tell me that you wanted me to hire you to do my bathroom?
Look, you complained that your maintenance guy and that the guy you hired to help mount your TV are all fucking it up every time they try to do anything. So I'm just saying, if it's gonna get fucked up, you might as well save some money and just like pay me in food or something.
Is the TV upstairs visibly fucked up?
I don't know because you pointed it out right away, so like I could see it, but now I can't unsee it, so I can't tell.
Yeah, I can't unsee it either, but it doesn't bother me anymore. But my bathroom, for you guys who don't know, my pipes burst on January 19th, right as I was about to leave for a funeral. And so my contractor came the next day, or no, he was actually here. I think they burst again on the 19th. So regardless, he came, thought they were fixed, and then they burst again, and he hasn't been back since because he said he was going to come back once the weather got better. Well, the weather only just got better yesterday.
Yeah.
So, since I'm having them over for this weekend because we're going to con, I have 3 gallons of water. 3 jugs of water above the toilet on like the shelf that I have, the shelving unit, and the tank is filled right now, so if you use it, it flushes. We just have to remember to fill the tank because I don't have any running water in the bathroom at the sink or in the toilet. But as long as the tank has water, it flushes, so it's fine. It's really ghetto, but it's only one of my bathrooms in the house.
I'm not going to make you a guarantee, but I can make you a promise.
That Kate won't do it.
maybe that too. I will try not to get so fucked up this weekend that I upper deck your toilet.
You know that you do. You're going to be cleaning it. No, you'll be replacing it because it's gone.
I was gonna say you won't know who did it because you can't prove it if you weren't in the room at the time. But I think based off of the smell that I crop dusted around the basement earlier, and because you'll probably receive a poop log that I text you that says this motherfucker will never know that it was me that upper deckered his toilet, and then I'll send you the fucking admission.
So if this becomes a one-host show moving forward, just know it wasn't me who killed him.
I was gonna say I'm probably buried. No, Kristen would absolutely.
It wasn't me.
Join me.
But yeah.
But that's what you get with the being friends.
I mean, I have another full bathroom. It's just the half bath is broken. It's not running water, but we can still use it. And since we're gonna have 5 people in this house,
I bet I could fix it.
no.
You saw my work. The skills of a mentally handicapped Home Depot employee.
Oh my god, I feel like my brother could have fixed that better than you could. Like, I don't understand why you couldn't get the screws back on.
I don't know. They're back in the holes that they go into, but when I use the screwdriver, they're not like going in further. I think I started stripping it. And that's why I stopped. I said, well, it opens and closes. Nobody needs it to lock. So I guess job done. We may need to replace the doorknob.
I have an extra one, actually. So I got you. And it could be just that I even give you the screws, because my dad, when he replaced my doors, he's like, keep all of this, don't throw it out. And I said, okay. So I have it all. So problem solved. I will install it.
Have you ever seen The Ringer? The movie The Ringer?
Yeah, I don't remember it.
The Special Olympics.
Oh, yeah, with Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville pretends to be mentally handicapped.
That's
so he
you.
Can do the...
That's you.
Johnny Knoxville or just them in general?
Just pretending to be mentally handicapped.
We have a guy at work that we
oh, no.
theorize pretends to be much dumber than he is.
Is it a school shooter?
No. He can't fucking come to work. We wouldn't think anything of him. This guy, he pretends to be dumb and not understand how to do things. I realized I was just doing this to the camera.
He's not white power, I promise you.
Is that what that is? White
yes.
power? I was doing the more like the look down, look over here.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's kosher. Always look down for that. But
that sounded flamboyant.
This is white power.
That's kosher. That fucking video Kristen sent us of Trace yesterday.
I know, that's what I was like embodying when I kind of like came afterwards.
He's just strutting around, take me to the mall for shoes. I'm like, oh my god.
I couldn't watch the full video. It was kind of painful.
I was like, why does he not realize he's gay?
Well, he might hear you.
Yeah, we would start talking about how I'm not his real father either. We'll just lay it all out on the table at once.
Shut the fuck up. The door's open, you asshole.
I know, I hear Kane up there clonking around.
Oh my god, Kristen's gonna hate you.
I'm gonna get my red MAGA hat and start screaming about clankers. Oh, the automatons.
Oh god.
You know what I need to get? I need to get a helmet, like a space helmet kind of ordeal, and paint MAGA on top of it.
Alright, so I'm looking for a new co-host.
You were looking for a new co-host since the first episode, when I talked about how I'm tired of women not appreciating being roofied and complaining that they never get as high as men in life and all that. We started out strong, buddy.
Jesus fuck.
We started out strong, and then
oh my god.
I kind of slowly started getting a little bit away from that.
I mean, this is literally the ideation that we thought this is what the show was going to end up being, was just a running shit show, so it's fine.
I told you we should have like embodied personas for this as a like devil angel duo, like good omens.
I fucking love that show.
I need to watch season 2 still.
Isn't it only like 5 episodes?
5 or 6, yeah. There's no reason other than just being busy that I haven't watched it. I'm about to move on without Kristen though. Like I have with Doctor Who. That's what I mean. I'm already watching Doctor Who without her. I might as well watch it too.
I will say though that I don't want to rewatch episodes I've already seen of Doctor Who because it's so fresh. But it is what it is. Because there'll be plenty else going on this weekend that if we all watched it, it'll be fine. But we need to get everyone aligned on the episodes of seasons and series. And
Well, that's what I think Kate
Because
and
what the
Kristen want
fuck?
to rewatch.
Kate is all talking about, you gotta watch 11, and I'm like, I started at 1.
Yeah, she's like, how do you not like Doctor Who? Doctor Who's so great. She's like, I started with 11. And then she's talking about the episode she watched. I'm like, Kate, that's like...
Episode 11?
No, like episodes of 11. The
Oh,
11th
well then
Doctor.
what is 11 for her? Like, the
Matt,
ones that...
Matt Smith is the 11th Doctor.
Of the reboot?
Yeah, well, total, because the
Because
reboot...
Eccleston is the reboot.
Yeah, he's number 9. They did 8 Doctors in the old series, and then they stopped making the show. I don't know why.
Because it got canceled.
Oh, did it get canceled?
And then they had, this is the reboot.
And then they rebooted, but they kept the continuation of the Doctors.
So then I wonder if the Disney Plus version is them saying that it got canceled and they're rebooting it.
I don't know. When I get there, I'll let you know.
Because I would find it hard to believe that BBC would cancel that show.
Right. I don't think...
But I wonder if BBC is also Disney.
I was going to say, I wonder if they're partnered up. Anyway.
Huh. But I know that the new one's being labeled as a reboot.
So, the doorknob is what it is.
And you're never getting hired to do anything around this house. I got a whole honey-do list of things to do, and I don't even know if I would trust you to caulk a sink.
I've got a... I could do some shit with some caulk. I mean, ask Kristen.
Oh, God. Kristen, come get your husband. Jesus Christ.
Speaking of doing things with caulk, no emphasis on the L. We're going to talk about strip clubs this episode.
Have we ever gotten to talk about my strip club incident yet?
No.
So this is like the finally we're done kicking the can down the road.
we teased it a bit last week, and I think you mentioned it briefly the week before, but we're finally going to talk about it.
So I need to talk about the first instance.
So we're gonna just talk about strip clubs in general, just experiences we've had it. So if you have any prior like wild experiences, because obviously we're not gonna talk about.
Well, the first one makes me feel dirty, like I needed to go take a shower, because my cousin and I have the same taste in women.
What's funny is that the person who brought up a concern over you taking your cousin to a swingers bar, you're now saying you went to the strip club with your cousin.
No,
this is going to get brought up all over again.
This is what is so dirty about it. Maybe we need to show a picture of her. But
of your cousin?
No, we're not going to do that. But maybe one day.
Maybe she'll come on.
She's too shy for that.
Is she?
But she and I have like the same taste in women. And she is, as far as I know, she's straight. But she just, she's one of those women who doesn't care about like
maybe more
ogling over a woman.
Yeah.
And it seems like a lot of women do that. So it's fine. But she'll send me like some girl on TikTok and be like, she's so hot. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I just saw her and she's the newest love of my life. And she goes, God damn it, Cody. This is like who I wanted. I didn't know you saw her already. I was like, no, I already saw her. And I fucking favorited some of her videos and shit. And this is just like a running thing. Well, what really kind of makes me feel dirty about it is that typically the woman that her and I both will like is also like in the same style as my cousin, dark hair, not completely like from the mountains of Caucasus or whatever he says. What does he say, Kevin?
Mountain of. We just watched.
I know we just watched it, but from the Caucasus Mountains, in the whitest way possible to not even be able to redo what he said. I just have a type, and it just happens to be that type is also her, but it also is kind of like her. So we go to the strip club.
Do you remember the last episode when we were watching the girl with the yeast infection?
Oh God!
And I said I can't fathom how people say things on a open media forum that God Himself could not force out of me. I don't know if I would have used the words phrasing. My cousin is also my type.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that.
I don't know. You went to the swinger bar together.
So,
you went to the strip club.
My cousin and I have a shared liking of a style of woman. But what sucks is my cousin is also that shared style. I'm not attracted to my cousin, but
well, you did say that your friend tried to hook you guys up.
Yes, before we knew we were cousins, and this was like when we were in like first year of high school. Anyways, so we go to the bar, and then it's her birthday. So this is December 31st. or December 30th. And we go to the bar, and then we're like, let's go to the strip club. So we get to the strip club. Lots of hot women there that night. Dances are great.
Generally.
No, not in the next story that I'm about to tell you. So, everything's great. There's like a group of 20 of us. We're having a great fucking time. Drinks are flowing, money's flowing, cash is flying everywhere. And my cousin goes and gets a dance with her boyfriend with this dancer who looks just like her. Tatted up, dark hair, short, skinny, but a babe. So then she comes back downstairs and she's drunk and she goes, get a dance from her, blah, blah. I don't remember what her name is. I think it was like Sage or something.
It wouldn't matter. It's not a real name.
No, it was.
Oh, I have a experience too where a stripper was like, oh, this is my name, but it's not my real name, obviously. And then I found out on Facebook when she was a recommended person I knew that it was a real name. I was like,
so
you're not very good at giving deception.
Yeah, this is her real name, and I don't remember what it was, but it was like something like Sage. And so I'm like, fine, we'll go get the dance. But so it was $40. Let's keep that price in mind for story number 1.
That's too fucking much.
Watch your tongue, because the next story is rough. So we go upstairs and we just go to this open area. There's a couch. I get on the couch. She starts dancing on me, and she goes, "What?" Like, she's like, "You seem a little put off by this." I was like, "Yeah, because I feel like I'm getting a dance from my cousin." I was like, "But really sucks is you're hot, but like I can't enjoy this right now because my cousin is also the one who paid for it and demanded that I get the dance from you." And she's like, "Oh, I totally get it. I totally get it." So we just start talking about like things that she gets paid for because she's also a prostitute. So she like gets paid to like put peanut butter on her toes and just like mash it together from this one guy.
Women have it so easy.
She gets paid thousands just to do this with her toes.
Nobody would pay me any amount of money to put peanut butter on my hobbit toes and squish them together.
If someone offered to pay me money to do that, I would do it in a second. I would quit my job if I could do that as like a full time.
Immediately.
So she's telling me all these things that she's done, and so then we start laughing, and we're just so we had some whatever. It was fine. Dance is 15 minutes long, $40. Went back downstairs. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, you have fun?" I was like, "Yeah, actually, I learned a lot of great things about this girl being a prostitute." And so we told the stories, and that was that. It was a fine night.
Were they like, you were supposed to get your dick hard, not learn her life story?
No, I think it's because most everybody kind of acknowledged like it was just a weird situation. Like she literally looked like my cousin. I like the same style as my cousin, not looking like my cousin.
Were you like, can you please put your top back on?
She didn't take it off. It was a closed dance because it was like out in the public. So that was end of December. Fast forward to St. Patty's Day.
Oh man, it was painful.
Oh god, this is such a painful story. So we go back to the same fucking strip club. And this strip club is a double-decker, 2 crystal staircases. I actually know a stripper who was dancing on the top of the staircase years ago. I think it was like a decade ago, and she fell and died.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. So the stripper pole in the main floor, or on the main dance floor, which is like the main level, goes all the way to the top. It's like 25 feet high. And the one who gave me the dance the first time with my cousin, or gave my cousin a dance too, and another girl would go all the way up there and do a dead drop, where they would go hang by their ankles and drop all the way down to their head right before they die. Like right before you literally, if you were to like land with your head, you would die. But they catch themselves into a handstand.
I don't know. Did you say you're not a big Marvel person? You're not a big Spider-Man person.
No, I don't like Spider-Man.
So you didn't watch the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man
No.
movies? Okay.
I
was gonna make a Gwen Stacy reference, but
oh yeah, no, I wouldn't get it anyways. So like those dance moves and everything, like seeing all the acrobatics and shit, that's hot. That was cool. But then we go to fast forward to St. Patrick's Day, and it's a Sunday. But I would have thought St. Patrick's Day, like they'd be open, or they would be like on and popping. We were the only people when we walked in there, maybe like 5 other guys, but they were like really grimy looking guys, and they weren't like giving any money out or anything. There was no one dancing. Just the strippers walking around the floor, trying to get people to make them money.
right.
So we sit down, and me and my buddy are tanked. And these 2 girls come up, and I don't know how I got, like, I just don't understand how I get myself in this situation. I mean, I guess maybe it's because I'm drunk.
Well, as you said, you set yourself up. You were tanked. That was the first mistake.
I know, but this happens to me quite often. Stupid situations, not this specific situation. We sit down. Everyone's getting drinks. We were not even there for 30 seconds before these two strippers walked up to me and my buddy. And they're like, you guys want to dance? And we were like, yeah, let's go get them together. So, thinking it was like the public couch that was right up there on the top floor. So they swiped our cards before we even got upstairs. But last time they swiped our cards when we were up there. So, I am trying to, like, I guess, like, get cash out. But this is also when I realized that my card was skimmed.
Mm.
So, on top of this strip club scenario, I got all that money taken off my card. But I had my credit card. So, like, I was using it, and it was fine. It wouldn't go through. It wouldn't go through no matter what the fuck I did. So I called my cousin over. I was like, hey, can you pay for this? I'll pay you back. And, like, literally after this dance is done, I will Venmo you. She goes, oh, yeah. She's so drunk that as she's on the ATM, she's pressing all the buttons. She keeps pressing the opposite button that she needs to press. So, like, enter, she'd press cancel. Cancel, she'd think, or, like, it was so stupid. That's how drunk everybody was. We should have never fucking been there. So I was like, let's just try the credit card again. So then she takes me upstairs. And takes me upstairs and takes me to a whole different area of the fucking strip club. I am now in a brothel. I am now no longer in a strip club. I am in a brothel. So
this is a little bit more out of the pay range I was expecting.
Oh no! So it gets even worse. So I am still just like whatever. Like this is fine. Wasn't even expecting what was going to happen in the next few minutes to happen. They take me to a matron. She swipes the card, and she goes, it's not working. So then I just happen to have my phone out. It was like right here, and this is the POS system that she's using to pay for it. I usually have D&D on once 10 o'clock comes.
Right.
Well, I happened to like open it and saw that I had like 12 text messages from Chase being like, are you doing this? Charge. And I was like, oh. So I showed it to them, and they're like, oh my God, no wonder, blah, blah. Like, that makes so much sense. And then I pressed yes. Swipes it again. It went through. She goes, oh, cool. So then the matron leads me and the stripper into this room. And it is like the most decked out, velvet covered everything. Red lights. I felt like I was in, what is it? Switzerland with the red light district? Amsterdam.
Amsterdam, yeah.
And it was just so, I was like, fuck, I'm in a brothel. I think I'm in a brothel. And, oh, look, our guest host is back. Hello. Telling the story about how I lost all this money because of a stripper. And so I had, at this point, thought it was one price. I will tell the price in a second. But, and I couldn't enjoy it because I thought it was this one price. So, like, I wasn't having fun knowing that, like, I had just signed up for something that, like, you felt like you couldn't back out. That's how weird this situation was. Because it was like, you already like verbally agreed to this dance. I didn't know the price until they swiped the POS, or I thought was the price when they set the POS. And I'm like already like, fuck, can I like just like walk downstairs? And like in a normal world, if I was sober, I would have just walked downstairs. But I felt like I was being like entrapped. And when you hear the final price, you're probably gonna be like, you actually probably were. The door to this place closes, and I was like, did I just hear it lock? I don't know if I heard it lock, but I remember that thought coming across my head. So the door closes, I turn around, and before, like, I get on the couch, and I sit down on the couch. Before I could even sit on the couch, she is fully nude, and she goes, suck these titties. And I'm like, okay. So I'm being breastfed.
I mean, not literally, but they're in your mouth.
I'm literally sucking her titties, and it felt like I was reliving my infant days.
I feel like you would have been charged more if she was breastfeeding you.
I mean, it probably could have happened. I don't know, but I was going ham on both these tits. So that's happening. She's dancing with me. She is moaning and grinding on me and touching all these places. I'm touching places. At one point, she was fucking upside down. And I felt like I still had her tit in my mouth at one point. I was like, I don't know how we're doing this, but it was wild.
Like magic's happening.
Right? I was just in awe. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. But I still was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, I'm not having that much fun because I still keep thinking of the money that it cost them to get here. And I was like, at one point I was like, a cop's going to open that door. I'm like, fuck. I was like, I wasn't doing anything wrong. But it fucking 100% was one of those rooms where you could have gone and you paid the stripper to have sex with them.
Right.
Or do something. And I found out later that was 100% true. And so I thought, walking out of that room after that 15 minutes was up, I thought it was $175 for this dance. And I was like, fuck it.
How long was it?
15 minutes.
Okay, so...
The other one was 15 minutes for 40.
Right, but it wasn't nearly that intimate.
So I'm like, fuck. So I go downstairs, I tell my cousin, tell everybody else, and I see a table this size covered from edge to edge with shots. I think they were lemon drops because they were like that murky white.
Mm.
And I sit down, or I think I might have attempted to sit down. And my cousin was like, we gotta go. I'm like, what are we doing with these drinks? She goes, I don't know, we gotta go. So we literally wrangled everybody together and we got an Uber and we left. How many days do you think it passed until I realized what happened to me? Do you remember?
It wasn't the next day, was it?
No.
It was probably a couple.
I think maybe max a week. I was looking at my credit card statement and I found out the real price that they charged me for 15-minute sucking on her titties dance was $302.
You definitely got charged the fuck me price,
Yeah.
but didn't get to fuck her.
Yeah.
If that door had opened, you would have to treat her like a minor. Be like, my dick never met her.
Right. Right. So what really chaps my ass about that whole situation is, one, that was not the price that I thought it was going to be. Two, I never even was told a price until my card was being swiped.
Right.
Like, I remember just being like, hey, my cousin, can you, like, give me the money? And, like, I thought the stripper was going to tell her, like, how much we needed or whatever. We all thought it was going to be $40. And because we've been to this place before, had no idea it was being taken to the brothel side, which we've all heard about. Didn't think that was ever going to be a reality for me. And 3 or 4 was, after the dance, this bitch had the audacity to walk downstairs, get on the stage, and ask, you want more dances up here? And I was like, didn't I just give you enough money?
And I just paid part of your rent.
Right, like I thought 175 at that point was like, didn't I just give you enough money? And it turns out it was $302. So all of us agreed, because my cousin woke up with equally as large of a tab because she paid for every drink on that table. I didn't even get one. We just left. She goes, I don't know if anybody got any. But she's like, some of the guys were trying to chug them when we were leaving. And I was like, that makes so much sense why some of them were so drunk in the Uber and like we were all dying. But everyone unanimously was like, we are never going back to that strip club ever again.
Those strippers knew a mark when they saw one.
100%.
And I would have fucking drank. If I had known that she had paid for the drinks, I would have been like, no, we're going to do this real quick. But if she comes running up to you and she's like, we're getting out of here, we got to go. Like, my first thought, especially being probably hammered, would have been like, she killed a hooker. Like, she tried to dance with the hooker, she pushed her down some stairs by accident, she's dead, we got to get out of here. There's a dead hooker somewhere in this building and we got to go now.
Oh my God, I know. And so what's weird is I still have not got an answer. I was going to try and get an answer before recording. But my buddy who got the other stripper that night in the other part of the brothel, he also got taken to the brothel side. I don't know, and everyone that I was with over on Saturday for my birthday, I asked any of them if they knew. Nobody knows how much he was charged.
Wow.
So
I wonder if he got the right charge then, or if he didn't want to admit that he got swindled.
Well, he wanted to leave as soon as we were done too, so I'm thinking that we all got swindled.
Probably. Absolutely. The second you talked to a matron, you should have known that was way more than you were bargaining
100%.
for.
And that woman was hotter than the stripper.
That's
I wanted to have her dance on me.
Was she older? Or
Yes.
Okay, I mean, I know matrons
Oh my
are
God,
typically
she was
older.
So fucking fine. So fine. And the stripper that I got the dance from is not even the one that I wanted. I wanted the one that my buddy got.
Yeah.
And I even told him that. I was like, I want her and you get her. And he was like, that's what I want. Somehow we got switched.
Nothing like getting swindled and the wrong girl.
Yeah. So she was still pretty hot though.
She was hot by the sounds of it. You still got titties in your mouth, and magic was happening where she was somehow upside down with
Yeah,
your
she was somehow upside down. And I'm just sitting here. I'm like, this is fan-fucking-tastic. But it is not the ideal situation, and we're never going back there again. What really sucks about this situation is that is the best strip club in town.
Right.
So my cousin's like, let's go to this other one. And I'm not going to name the name. But knowing the other one, it's like trailer trash versus a mansion.
So, trailer trash.
Or a trailer park versus a mansion.
Trailer park is my experiences with strip clubs.
Is it?
Yes. Not that we went to a trailer park that happened to be a strip club or anything, but so when you said $40 for 50 minutes, I was like, that's insane. That's a lot of money. The place that I went to was $5 a dance.
What?
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I think it was like one song.
Were these women hot?
I mean, the more you drank, the more they were.
So then that explains it. I mean, because these. Oh shit! I got the tattoo. Oh, I'm leaking.
Oh no.
I'm leaking. It's fine. It's whatever.
So like,
I'm gonna have to sit like this for a little bit.
one of them, like, okay, so this strip club was near where I grew up, and my brother went to it frequently. And I was never really a big strip club person. Like,
I'm not either.
I'm like, I love titties. I love to see the girls walk around and they dance on stage and all that. But like, I don't want to give them a bunch of my money.
No.
Just for temporary nudity. I'm like, I could just go watch Pornhub,
Right.
rub one out, and then be done. I'm good. No more need for titty. Or I guess I could have sex with my wife. God forbid.
But you were with her at this time, were you?
No. But my brother wanted to go. Like, he saw it as like a bonding experience. So he took me to the one he liked to go to that was in our like hometown area, and it was $5 a dance. The girls weren't great. Some of them. And I'm not trying to like fat shame or say that bigger girls are ugly, but there was a bigger girl there. One of them was like 45. Like, it's not the top tier of strip clubs. And the girls were so attractive, and that was the one where I said the one told me her name wasn't her name, and I found out on Facebook that it was.
Oh no.
She was like, my name's Kia, but that's not really my real name. And then it came up Kia on Facebook, and I was like, you lying bitch.
How did you find her on Facebook?
She was just come up as one of my recommended, I might know, because we apparently had enough connections, joint connections.
That's weird.
Yeah. So,
What small town? Like, do you grow up here? You said.
yeah, it wasn't like small, but yeah, it wasn't a big city. And then there was an incident where one of the bigger girls, I got a pitcher of beer because like the only way I can really unwind and start to enjoy it, because I'm really kind of awkward at strip clubs at first. When I walk in, I'm like, I don't know what protocols are, what the expected norms are. So when I walk into a strip club, I'm just like, here's my entry fee or whatever, and then I go sit down at a table that's not really close to the stage because I don't want a lot of attention, and I'm not there to throw $200 in one.
Right. I just want to watch.
Right, I just want to kind of watch, and like I'll pay for a couple dances or whatever, but like no one's getting rent off of me tonight.
No.
And so I got a pitcher of beer, and I drank like maybe a fourth of it. It wasn't very much. I was just starting on it, and one of the strippers, who was kind of a bigger girl, bumps into it, knocks my pitcher over, and she's just like, "Oops, sorry. Let me buy you another one."
Did she?
I think she ordered it, but I ended up paying for the pitcher.
Oh.
They like charged me for it, and I was like, "This bitch." So I'm absolutely certain that it was 100% planned. I'm trying to think of there wasn't like a lot of like fantastic stories. Like, I get lap dances, I'm just kind of like, I don't know what I'm allowed to do.
Yeah, I never know what to do. I always ask them, like, am I allowed to touch you?
Yeah, I just kind of like get my hands here, and I feel like a serial killer the entire time, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
And I always see like on movies and stuff, they just look like idiots and like they
Yeah.
end up actually being like a killer. But yeah, I never really like know what to do with my hands, and I don't want to be that creep.
Right. Yeah. I don't want to get handsy, and I know that like they have watchers, so it makes sure that you're not getting too handsy or whatever for the safety of the girls. I'm like, all that's fantastic, but what am I supposed to do?
Right.
So if they like grab my hand and start rubbing their body, I'm like, okay, cool, I get to touch you. But like I'm gonna look like a serial killer the entire time. I'm also gonna look like I don't enjoy this, and I'm going through gay conversion therapy.
Oh yeah, it's like you just never know what to really do. But then I look around and I'm like, everybody here all looks the same. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we all look like serial killers. One of them probably is. One of these girls aren't going home tonight.
Oh god, it's a sad reality though.
It really is. And so like there was that experience, and like there was nothing fantastical about that. I've got a story, but it's kind of like for the Sibling Bash Patreon that we're gonna do.
Oh yeah, we'll save that one.
I won't go into too much detail, but my brother got his first wife at that strip club.
I remember this story.
Yeah, and I said, "What's that like, having your wife work at the strip club?" And he was like, "Oh, it's great," because he wanted to go look at all the other women, so he convinced her that was the great idea for her to get a job there, make a bunch of money, and he could go ogle women. it's a whole story. But in any case, I said he said something about the hiring process is real fucking simple. I said, really? I said I always wondered what the process was for the interview for girls that go in there. And I said, what is the process for this where you can get a $5 lap dance?
Right.
And he said the owner is the interviewer, the manager, or whatever. He said that if you can give him a boner with your performance, you get the job. Like that's it. And based on the girls that I've seen, they're either fucking blowing him and getting the job that way, or he's really fucking easy to get a job with.
I hated hearing all of that.
It's really
That's so
skeezy.
creepy.
Yeah, it's really skeezy. And then there was a strip club in Canton that I went to before a few times. One of I was an old friend, a coworker, or whatever. He won a VIP because it used to be a strip club that. Are you familiar with Q92, the radio station?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if it came up this far or whatever. 'Cause I know there are certain areas where you don't pick it up at all. In my hometown area, everybody loves Q92. Everyone listens to Q92 for years and years. They're all huge fans. And they would promote package deals for the strip club in Canton called the Diamond Royale. And it sounds very fancy.
It's not.
No, not at all. And the VIP package was if you won, you got a buffet VIP experience with you and like up to 10 guests. Something stupid high, like you're going to pay for 10 of us to eat. And he was like, yeah, I'm just kind of inviting anybody who might be remotely interested. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll go. Why not? And so the girls there were much more attractive. I think prices were still about the same. I think it was like $5-10 for a dance. So like I'm still blown away that if you paid $40, but you got 15 minutes, so that's like 3 songs worth or 5 songs worth, something depending on what the songs are.
Right.
But the buffet was the key part. And when I got there, I was like, I don't really want to throw a bunch of money away. I'm here just to get this buffet. I'm excited. I don't know what kind of skeezy buffet a strip club is going to provide. And we get there, and they're like, so here's a ticket for a free drink for your package. And then there's the buffet. And we go over to the buffet, and it's just like...
Oh, no.
Frozen chicken patties in a marinara sauce that they just threw in the oven and then put out on the table, and that was what their big buffet was the frozen family dinner chicken marinara patties. It was terrible.
Holy shit. Yeah, my buddies, when we were going to the first time we went for my cousin's birthday, they were like, we want to get wings, and I was like, there's no buffet here,
Right.
and I guess like that's super common is strip clubs have like buffets,
Yeah.
and like you want really good wings, typically you go to a strip club.
That's really weird because you would think the one place you don't want to eat is where everyone is partially
Right.
nude.
Right. Oh my god. And sometimes smoking and just in general, like probably just doing lines of coke as they're pulling up a chicken wing. I don't know.
Pheromones floating through the air.
Oh god. Do you have tuna casserole today?
It smells like a lesbian bar in here.
God. Yeah, so I'm glad to know that it's not just me who's had like less like subpar experiences, because I don't see the enjoyment of going.
Yeah, like obviously you go and you enjoy being a man. You're like, oh, naked women everywhere. This is brilliant. But it's never like, what am I going to do tonight? Oh, let's go to the strip club.
Right, which is funny because like I know so many people who are like, yeah, I want to spend money at the strip club.
Right.
I'm like, why? The only thing that I would like to do, like if I'm ever to go back to the one bar that gypped us, would be it's that pole, because it's so huge that they're doing some crazy acrobatics and that shit's always hot. But no, I'm not paying for anything ever again.
Right, and you're like, you're surely not going in blasted, or you're going to take a designated friend
Right.
who's not going to be plastered.
Who's literally
They're like,
taking all my cards.
like, hey, I'll rub your dick for you if you need to save the money. Just don't go upstairs again. We know what's going to happen. A true friend would rub you out.
a hand is a hand.
There's a TikTok.
Oh my God.
A hand is a hand.
Oh god.
It's like sitting on your hand, so it feels like someone else is jerking you off.
He's not a friend. That dude was never a fucking friend. But there was a guy I went to high school with who would consistently tell us how he would purposely put his hand to sleep
To feel like someone
before
else
he would
did
jerk
it.
off. And we're like, dude, you have a beetle haircut and you're admitting to us that you do this. And you could not be more of a fucking loser at this point. But do you? And he would just like shamelessly tell us this. And we're like, we didn't even ask.
Right. It's always the people who want to offer too much information that
Yep.
will tell you that. Like, nobody will bring it up. Nobody would be even talking about sex, and it was just like I sit on my hand.
And it was always
that
like in the
before.
classroom too, so you know that teacher heard that shit.
Oh my god.
And I'm like,
I don't know how high school teachers tolerate all of the hormones that are raging through teenagers. Like, I feel like
I don't
you're
know, because
constantly on the lookout trying to prevent people from fucking in the bathroom or something.
right, like there was a lot of sex happening when I was in high school.
You know where sex happens really more than you would think? Fucking church camp.
No, you expect that.
I fucking didn't. I grew up. I stopped going probably like my early high school years. But when I would go to church camp, people would like slip off during like worship service and go
Yeah.
fuck in the woods. I'm like, does nobody notice these people are fucking missing together?
Oh yeah, no, that is like, it's like the big thing about Catholic schools too, is that like they're the freakiest because they're the most repressed.
Right. It's fucking insane. Just fucking everywhere. God damn. I missed out on all that opportunity. If I had known they were so freaky then. I gotta go back to church. Wait, no, I'm married. I can't. Hold on. If I weren't married, let me rephrase.
Oh,
If I
God.
weren't. God, Kay's gonna get this back to Kristen. I know she is. If I weren't married, I would start going back to church to get with the freaky girls.
Okay, you saved yourself with that at least.
Yeah. I say it like I
It's a
can't
little
just.
asterisk.
I could just cut out whatever I want. I'm gonna leave it all in. But I could just cut it out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fuck you, Kay. I love you. Don't tell my wife. The strip clubs are a real fucking treat. It's for everything except for your wallet. Stripper love is real.
It's not. Oh wait, no, fuck, it is, because now I'm remembering that there were the stripper from the first week time that we went was the one that I was like intent on getting. There was this girl. She was so beautiful. She was my little Nubian princess.
I wish you would go back there and find her and be like, "You're my Nubian princess."
She was so fine, and she knew we loved her, and then like I was just like getting so into it with her, but she wasn't doing the dances; she was just doing the pole, and she was the one of the two that night who would go all the way up and just drop herself down. But she did something that different than the other girl would do, where she would go all the way up, and she would somehow spin herself like a fucking screw all the way to the bottom, and she literally inches from the ground would catch herself in a handstand and then just all over again. Amazing. So the stripper love is truly real, because that was the only one that I wanted when I went back the second time and she wasn't there.
I think I've always maintained enough cognitive clarity to be able to prevent stripper love. The guy that won the VIP package and took me with him, he was impossibly vulnerable to it. He would go outside and smoke with them. Like after he bought a dance from them, he would just start throwing money at them. He was fucking.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't
relentless.
doing any of that then.
He was relentless. He would like try to get their phone number and shit. And like they were not having it. Obviously,
No, I was just oogling and ogling at this woman. She's just
my Nubian princess.
That isn't racist, is it?
I don't even know what is Nubian.
Let's look it up.
I've
heard it so many times in my life, and every time I've ever heard it, it was never racist. I'm hoping it wasn't racist.
I thought initially when I first heard it, it was related to nubile, because I don't know what nubile is either, but I've seen it on Pornhub. The Nubile Films is like a porn company, and I have no idea what nubile is, but I thought it was related.
No, it's like it's Nubia. Nubia is a region in Northeast Africa, which is now Upper Sudan and Lower Egypt.
You know what always baffles
If
me?
you were from this region, then you'd be called Nubian African, and that's where like it was. Nubian princess came from.
So it's not racist. It's not.
I don't intend it to be racist.
It's not like you called her.
No, don't even. But I don't want it to be racist. My whole point was I'm saying it endearingly because she was fine as fuck.
It's not like you asked how much you had to pay to own her.
Oh God, Tony. Tony.
Speaking of owning people, I hear Asians are purchasable too. Great at building railroads, for that matter.
Oh my God. Fuck. Oh God, we're not gonna make it to episode 10.
Oh, God. Hell of a stir fry. You think there's a sexual position with Asian people called the stir fry?
Probably.
I gotta get friends with Asians so I can ask them about their weird quirks and kinks. Do you know any Asians?
A lot.
Fuck it, let's get one in here.
Okay.
Let's fucking unload on them. Just ask the most off the wall questions.
Do you think we can get Bobby Lee in here?
Oh, that would be amazing. But
Fucking
I feel like
hysterical.
he would feel like we were posers
No, he would whip his dick out, and I don't want to see that.
because our show is very closely named to their show.
Yeah.
And so I don't think we could get him. I don't know if we could. It's funny though because when I go to repost the videos on TikTok, because now we just post them and then I repost them instead of on both accounts. When I search "Great Friends, Okay People," our videos come up with theirs.
That's awesome.
So I'm wondering if we can chase their clout, and if people are searching for them,
You better
our
cut that.
videos can come up.
You better cut all that.
All right, I'll cut all that out. Because they're what, good friends or
No, it's just bad friends.
they're just bad
It's
friends.
just bad friends.
So it's weird that Great Friends, Okay People come up with them too.
It's just the algorithm,
Oh, I think we fucking cherry picked that then.
right? Okay, so with that,
I promise not to call them like yellow or chink or anything like that.
still looking for a new co-host.
Nobody signed up. You haven't,
Somebody will
you're gonna get people you don't want.
wrap it up.
All right. Well, now that we've gotten all the slurs out and mentioned Asian stir fry and all of that, you
Lord help us.
You hook us up. I promise not to bring up the railroads. I'm sure it's a sensitive topic. Kristen was complaining because one of the recent times that she got really high before bedtime,
Oh my
she said
God.
her eye muscles were squinting, so it was hard to see. I said, "Do you think it's like that 24/7 for the Asians?" It's like a shaggy dog perception filter.
Oh my god.
I thought I was done being racist, but apparently
Oh my
not.
god. Just
It's
please
fine. It's
help
fine.
us.
Bring on your Nubian princess. Bring on your Asian people, and we're gonna let them roast the white guy.
All right, that's fine.
All right, I'll sit here and take it. Well, I'll get fucking shit faced. It'll be great.
That's fine.
Oh, I'm so excited.
All right, we'll do it.
We'll do it. Fuck yeah. All right. Well, let's see. How do we wrap this one up? Where do you go from blatantly racist Chinese comments?
And strippers that rip you off. And just, children saying that they're going to piss in your asshole.
Oh God.
This
Jeez.
is a wildfire of an episode.
They're just getting worse, honestly.
It's fine.
We're just like it's like when you're trying to get a Band-Aid out. You're like, what fucking racist thing are you about to say now? I see it in your eyes. You're like, it's coming. I fucking know it's
I'm
coming.
not ready for it.
It's like, it's not that bad. It's like when you're trying to rip a Band-Aid off, but you can feel the skin peel, and you're like, it's gonna be painful. And the first couple episodes were those first attempts to do it gently, and now we're just like,
Yeah, you got to.
fucking getting that
You got to.
bush ripped off.
Uh,
Brazilian wax, that's what that's called. I think my son's listening to me talking about getting your bush ripped off.
that's him. It's him.
That's why fucking Kane came down so many times.
Yep. All right, so
So what's the takeaway here to justify us as people? We may not be great people.
but at least I'm stimulating the economy.
Do you think that was true of slavery too? I mean, they were things you could buy. They were people you could buy. That still doesn't
Okay,
sound great.
so
We're not.
Um,
We may not be great people, but we're not purchasing others. No, that's not true. You bought strippers. You
we're
rented-
varying levels of different kind of good people
Do you
or
rent
not great
them?
people. I'm choosing this week's episode, to say that I'm a better person than he
Can you
is.
put a whore on rent to own?
Yeah, it's called Backpage.
Backpage?
Backpages.
Is this thing?
You've never heard of this?
No.
And skip the game. And the only reason why I know this,
Okay.
we're prefacing this because I have a friend whose husband is a police officer, and they use it to bust.
Is it an app or a website
It's a website.
to own prostitutes?
To rent them.
Oh, I feel like you just hit the corner for that, right?
No, it's all done online now.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's the nastiest shit that you'll see. Like, I don't even know how some of these people get bookings. The nastiest people are on this.
I don't know why I'm on such a roll for owning people today.
I don't know, but we need to wrap it up because you're not going to end up stopping until we wrap this up.
All right. Not great people, but we're not buying people, although apparently you can with enough money. Nope, that's still not right.
I'm stimulating the economy. It's fine.
He's stimulating the economy while they're stimulating him. So, I think that's all we got for this week.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Not going to apologize because you chose to be here, so it is what it is.
Follow us on TikTok.
Great Friends, OK People on TikTok. We have a Facebook group you can join. We have a Discord that we haven't posted the link for, so nobody's found us.
Oh, yeah, we keep saying to join the Discord.
Yeah, that's what I said. If we had, like, I mean, I guess I could throw
We got a link tree coming to the TikTok. So follow the TikTok.
Sure we do.
You'll see the link tree.
We'll have it in a year or so.
Yeah, it's fine. So, yeah, see you next week.
See, if we had people property, we could have this done immediately instead of waiting.
He's just going to keep this going. So
Bye.
just cut it. See ya.